Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Champions Connect. This is episode 8. As you guys know, we are the motivational channel on YouTube, guys. We like to motivate, inspire, and help people grow to new levels, guys. If you're not growing in life, then what's your purpose? And here with Champions Connect, we are champions in life, guys. We overcame the battle in life, and guess what, guys? We're champions. So today's guest is very special. I met them this past weekend at a big major networking fashion show event, and I'm very humbled to have meet Bully Magazine, the Griffins guys. So shout out to the Griffins coming in. I'm gonna play an intro video for guys who don't know much about Bully, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video that I made for Bully Magazine, guys. Like I said, this is a motivational magazine. They're phenomenal, guys. You're definitely gonna be in tune. And here's a video. Let's grow. Let's go. Let's get it. So give me a second. Let's put this on there, and then put the video.
Need some motivation for change? Well, welcome to the publication that's changing lives. Bully Motivational Magazine. So why the name Bully Motivational Magazine? We created a publication that provides relatable life experiences that have become a bully. Our mission is to help readers build inspiration as they engage in each healing testimonial story, allowing them to break away from the common stigma of fear. We've explored and researched how society has increased on the devastating effects that continue to absorb one's mindset due to the constant stress and burden of life's challenges. Reading is therapeutic for the mind. Therefore, each issue will have segments on important wellness benefits that can help improve self-care to support and balance each potential reader's lifestyle. Our goal is to continue sharing our magazine worldwide, reaching communities, families, and individuals to help comfort the emotions by touching hearts, aiming to deliver hope by saving a life. Bully Motivational Magazine will stand out as we publish potent stories that will resonate and heal. We'll consistently concentrate on our mission because it's important that we continue to dedicate overcoming testimonies to support everyone's mental health status with positive words of comfort to the heart. So, come engage, get refocused, adapt, release, and change for a better you. Subscribe to the Bully Motivational Magazine that's healing hearts. Join us.
Yes, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. Without further ado, let me bring up Miss Kimberly and Mr. Warren Gifford. Let's grow. Let's go. Let's get it.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Well, how you doing? How you guys doing?
We're doing okay.
I'm doing great. Can y'all guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
All right, great.
Let's get it, man. So first of all, I just want to say thank you for this, like, really honorable experience. I'm humbled. I met you guys and I was like, wow, man. And you guys was able to come to my podcast. So I love it, being able to connect. So I want to say thank you for taking the time out your day and coming to my podcast.
You're welcome.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for having us.
Your guys' magazine is phenomenal. Man, I did my research. I love it.
Thank
Wow,
We
that's
need
good.
we need that more nowadays. Is positivity and motivation. A lot of people are still going through different things in life, and our stories can really be our mess. Is our message, and our test is our testimony. I tell people that all the time. Your magazine
Amen.
is really putting that out there.
Amen. Amen.
So
Yeah, so that's what it's all about, motivation. Everyone needs that voice, everyone needs that inspiration to get them through the day because you just don't know what's on a person's mind. Mental health is at an all-time high, and I really focus on that so much with my experiences, with my family's experiences, and just with life. And so getting some type of testimonial story from someone can open them up and make them feel better. And they could say, okay, that's relatable to my incident. If they did it, I can do it. And that's just what it's about every day. So we enjoy doing the magazine. We enjoy getting the stories. We enjoy listening to people like a conversation like we're having now because that helps people,
exactly,
So
exactly.
when
So
people have no one to talk to.
And you read about that. So what inspires you guys to do the old Bully magazine?
Well, I was inspired because I had some challenges in my life in 2019, and I'm spiritual, so listening to my vision come to life of creating a magazine. Didn't think I could do it, but I did it, and it worked. And people started really engaging in the stories, and it started helping people. And so I kept going. We kept writing, we kept interviewing, and we just successfully just got into bookstores, and now it's growing as we speak. And so that's what inspired us, just to have a platform to help people speak about their truth.
I love it.
We fear away from telling people the things we went through because of judgment, because of fear. Fear is the biggest word, and so I think people now knowing that it helps you to release that rather than to have that resentment on your heart, it could also help you as well. So
I
that
love
was
that.
our
I love that.
inspiration.
I love that. I love that. I love that. So how long you guys been around now? About a few years.
Two?
2 years, and you blown
Yeah.
up like that.
Yeah. 2 years.
Yeah.
I applaud you. I applaud you. Hey, shout
Thank
out to
you.
you guys for working and never giving up. And I tell people to never give up in life because you never know. Once you give up, you gotta start all over again.
That's right.
So like I'm definitely proud of you guys for just going through and making your dreams come true. And now
Thank
you're
you.
helping others get their stories out there, which is a blessing. You're doing God's work
That's right.
through a magazine.
Yes.
You're doing God's work through a magazine. So I applaud you guys.
Hmm. Absolutely.
That's great. That's great. Well, I tell you, Bully Magazine has not only changed lives, but it actually changed our life. Because you know when someone is going through something in life, we come from a place where we were told, especially in my age group, that what's in the house stays in the house, and we got a lot of people, in our culture that really, are afraid to share what they've been through, but we harbor these things, and with Bully Magazine being a platform, it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. We just take our hats off to the people who have shared their story and help Bully Magazine grow. We hope to reach back someday when Bully Magazine is sitting beside Ebony and is sitting beside Time Magazine, because that's our future. I'm saying it right now. You go into your local grocery
That's
store, you're gonna see
right.
Bully Magazine sitting beside Time Magazine.
Amen.
And that's the time we just really want to reach back, even to people like yourself who's given us opportunity and you're sharing your platform with us. Each one everyone who shares their platform, that's more people who get to know what Bully Magazine is about, and also what you are doing, which is very inspirational. Takes a lot to step out there on faith and say, hey, this is something I want to do, and I want to help people. You know, I just want to say that this world today, as we can see, stories are being created daily. People are, mothers are losing their children. We still have a lot of things going on privately in people homes and things of that nature. So we just want to be that platform where people can come open up. And Bully Magazine, if people haven't have a chance to look at it, we wanted to send a Bully Magazine not around a question and answer type magazine. Bully Magazine, is a magazine where you should be able to go back and read our very first issue and it be very, very brand new to you, because stories never die, especially real life stories. They never die. So you can look at Bully Magazine as a lot of small books of individual stories. And that's the way we wanted to create it. So basically, there's an interview process. And once that interview process is finished, we literally type up what you said and put it in a story form, and we really don't share anything until the person approves it. They have to approve their story and they have to love their story because they're sharing something that's personal to the world now. Um, so we just want to continue to just keep the platform in that regard, so people can have a place to come share their story and have a magazine they can trust. Have a magazine they can trust, because we got 1,000 magazines out there, and I take my head off to all of them. But we want to be that magazine that people can trust. We want to be that magazine that's therapeutic. And Kim and myself, out of all the interviews we've done, Once we start recording, man, we have literally healed people. People have told us, thank you for letting me talk. Thank you for letting me share our story. I mean, it's things right now that my wife and myself, will always stay between us because people share things that they couldn't share in the magazine. So
Yeah.
outside of the magazine is about us too. It's about us letting you, get that story off your chest that you might not want the world to hear. Because like my wife started off saying, people need someone to talk to, someone they can trust, and sometimes you can't talk to people that you know. You want to talk to that stranger, you want to get what's on your chest and talk to that stranger. That's what we try to be. So outside of Bully Magazine, we're here for people that just want to open up and vent, and we enjoy doing it, so.
I like that, man. I hope, man, I could bring you so much people too, man, because I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm more like call myself not a healer, but I love going back and I love empowering people. I go to
That's
homeless
great. That's
shelters
great.
and I love to inspire homeless. I used to be homeless myself 5 years ago for 3 months. Well, for actually 4 months, and I got left in the state of Maine by myself with no family, no friends, and with one bag of clothes, no money, only
Wow.
$50 worth of food stamps from Florida,
Wow.
and yeah, and like try to hold my strength strong because my grandmother calling me from Florida crying, and being in this state with no family, you got to hold yourself strong.
Yeah.
So and it was a decision I had to make was to go back home and not grow or stay in an environment where I don't know, be uncomfortable and force myself to grow. And I did that. I just walked to the nearest grocery store. I applied there. I got a high. I mean, I got my interview. I told them my situation. They didn't believe me at first until they saw my bag of clothes, and then they hired me on the spot. And
Wow.
I just moved up from there, man. So just kept
That's
working.
great. That's great. That is great. That's
You
great,
know,
man. I always tell my wife, when we first started, and this to anybody who's listening, man, you put in the work, put in the work. That is our motto, and I know it's a motto that's kind of cliche, but it's true, you know. And we're creating something that we hope will never die. Stories live on forever. And I think that's the beauty of any publication out there. um, you have publications that tell you about like what's just happening across United States with the shootings and stuff like that. I can interview people like that, and then another shooting come and that story gets dead. That story is buried. They're not talking about it anymore. So with Bully Magazine is not a magazine like that. It's your story. Somebody's gonna always. We go back and people are still reading issue one. So your story will always resonate to somebody. And look at it like this: that story that you just told, that small snippet that you just told, can be somebody else's motivation to say, "Wow, Shawn did it." Shawn came all the way to Maine and he didn't run back home. I read that in Bully Magazine. He didn't run back home, so neither am I. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and that's what it's about.
so,
Just those small words can motivate somebody, and it doesn't have to be that certain situation. It's just gonna be a situation that they in that motivates them. So
yeah,
you just saying what you're just saying is a motivational period. It's things that people need to hear. Like I was
right,
strong, and you should be strong, right?
yeah.
But sometimes it's not that cut and dry. But hey, we got to keep speaking from the mountaintop, man.
You're
We got
right.
to. We got to.
I lost my mother 11 years ago, so the death of my mom, like so many memories, man, was like always there in Florida, and I felt like I would never get past that hump because my mom, I was mother's boy, every
Yeah.
every guy, every boy is a mother's boy. I love my mom dearly. She died 11 years ago, and like when she left this earth, man, like I just I just lost all hope with Florida. I just wanted something different,
Yeah.
like I wanted to be more, like I wanted to show my mom more that I can come from where we came from and be more for you, because that's all
Hmm.
she wanted for her 2 kids, me and my little brother,
That's great. That's great, man. Hey, keep your feet on the ground, Shawn. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I see you on your eighth episode. Next thing you know, it's gonna be 108, 208, 308. And everybody that you touch, man, I will never forget you. You know, and that's what it's all about.
Yes.
I'm truly a believer that people have to stay in their lane. To veer out your lane and not knowing what you're doing can kind of be a thing to where, um, You can stumble sometimes, but hey, if you do veer out your lane and you become successful outside your lane, kudos to you. But typically people like to stay in their lane, stay with the things they have to do. Now I can tell you this: with me and Kim, this wasn't our lane. God literally put this on my wife. He literally said, "Okay, Kim," and she'll tell you the story. I know I've been talking. She'll tell you the story of how she just say, Warren. She kept coming to me and saying, I want to start a magazine, and it was a thing to where I wasn't really listening. I heard her because we had a few businesses before that, and I was listening. But she sent me that first cover, and here we are. I loved it, man. I love the first cover from now. Yeah. So you want to share some? I don't want to take all your talk time, sweetheart.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You did good. So yeah, so we I was really inspired by wanted to do something to open people up, like I said, to not hold on to so much because I lost a son to depression in 2019 from holding on to his fear of the challenges of substance abuse that he was going through, and so many people judging him because he felt like he failed in life, and he overdosed himself. And so, because of that, God gave me that vision to do. And I said, I want to do something where it can help people, where people won't have to be so fearful of telling their truth. Like you just told your truth about you being homeless. Some people would have never wanted to say that. I know I
Hmm.
never wanted to say that. You know what I'm saying? I was let out before too in an apartment complex. And so that magazine has opened me up and made me tell things about my past painful experiences. And from the magazine, I did children's books. I did a bio about me, telling about my whole life. Just being transparent about what's going on in your life rather than hiding it away. Like most of us do. I lost my parents in the same realm of losing my son. So all three of them passed away in 10 months. So I really didn't have time to heal. But listening to those stories helped me heal. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're going through something, you believe you're the only one that's going through that pain. But when you hear other people's story, you just don't know. Like they say, you never know what someone's going through until you hear their story. So that really opened me up and helped me to not be scared anymore. And now I'm just not scared. Like whatever happens, happens. It's just life. And I want to be here for a while, so I don't want to be stressed out, and I don't want to lose my life from stress because it can do that to you. It can break your heart. It can do a lot of things to your insides. So I don't want that to happen. So I think this magazine that God placed on me was for benefit for me and the person that's receiving it, reading the magazines, and telling their story. So.
Hmm.
I'm
Absolutely.
definitely trying. Yeah, that's real right there. That's real right
Hmm.
there. Hey, I'm glad I met you guys. Like I said, I want to continue to do more work, man. This is only the beginning, man. So, like I
Yeah,
said, I'm
definitely.
writing a book right now. I'll go ahead and spill the beans. I wasn't gonna tell nobody, but I got like 4 chapters left, so I'm gonna force myself to get these 4 chapters done.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, it's called
Great.
Life of a Gypsy Champion, the Shawn Jackson story. My whole life, I've always been on the road. Never really. I mean, I had a home, at my grandmother's house, my family and stuff. But far as having my own family, my own home, I never had that. So it's called Life of a Gypsy Champion. I always been on the road. Even as a kid, we bounced from
Mhm.
house to house, hotel to hotel as children. So I tell people as kids, it really affects you in your adult life, because to this day, well, now I'm stable, but for the first 4 or 5 years in Maine, I bounced around from couch to couch, house to house, and I was in survival mode, trying to survive and trying to figure my way out in the state. But now, I'm trying to change the narrative. I got 3 kids, my baby Elijah, my daughter, Jay Lamb, my youngest baby Zeke. So I'm trying to be that example for them. Let
Yes.
them know that if we can, as parents, overcome tragedy in life,
Mhm.
adversity in life, our kids can go through it
That's
and overcome that.
mhm.
So it starts with us. We gotta be the
That's
strong
right.
one.
That's right. I
What
love
an
that.
what an amazing story, man. Because I've
Yes, I
never
love
I've
that.
I've never met anybody from Maine.
Yes. Mhm.
I really haven't.
Mhm.
Maine is one of those states that you just doesn't resonate in your mind. It's up there, it's somewhere I've never been. And how are you with the cold up there? It get brisk
I,
up there,
I
right?
transition now, man. I should drive for FedEx like for 3.5 years. So
Yeah.
driving in the blizzards and all white conditions, I kind
Yeah.
of got used to it.
Gotta get used to
Yeah,
it. I got you. I got you.
that's right.
Wow. That's great, man.
Mhm.
It's kind of quiet up there, right? It's
Real
pretty
quiet.
quiet.
It's really good for kids.
Yeah.
Business wise, they're supportive. I got a lot of people wearing my brand. A lot of people support me in
That's
Maine.
great. That's
Yeah,
great.
when I told them about meeting you guys and stuff like that, because oh Shawn, if you get in the magazine, let us know, man. We buying your magazine. And the
Oh,
Yeah.
gas,
that's great.
yeah, the
That's
gas
great.
station owner was like, man, let me know. I'll put up in the stand right here. I was like, okay.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's good that you got good supporters, and I was on your website. I was checking out your merchandise. I like it.
Thank you, thank you.
I
I'm gonna
like
see
your
you guys.
style
I'm
too.
gonna, I'm gonna see you guys something for collaborating with me, man. And just coming on my show as a blessing.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
That's great. That's great.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Definitely, because I also had started a clothing line in honor of my son that passed away. It's called the Joseph Michael Hoodie Apparel. So we design hoodies with his logo and also with a patch that represents mental health. So it has every condition that a lot of people suffer from. And then the proceeds that we make from it, I wanted to
You sure?
donate it to any
Ah,
mental health. Yeah,
yes,
that's it right there.
I like
Any
that.
mental health facility, NAMI Foundation that supports those with depression, bipolar, all of those things. So I want to give back. And so that's why I created that. So we're still working on it. We just got a
Thank
lot of things going on, but God is blessing us, to meet the right people, and we're glad we met you. So we like for people to understand our mission and our story and why we're doing what we're doing. We're not trying to be more of an entertainment magazine. We want to be more of like we're making like a book,
Hmm.
real story, testimonial stories to heal people. So that's what bully. People hear the name bully and they automatically think of being bullied, but it's how life bullied you.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
how life bully. Life can be a bully. Poverty can be a bully. Homelessness can be a bully. Cancer can be a bully. Depression can be a bully. It's how that bullied you and how you overcame those challenges. That's
Hmm.
what bully represents.
Yes, yes. And I tell you, people, for your listeners, everything that you do in life, I think, we have to have patience with it. You have to have patience and perseverance. Things don't happen overnight. With Bully Magazine being where it is today, we're still on the ground floor. Because it's things that we want to build around Bully Magazine. Things that we have that we sit down privately and talk about, how we can, reach more people, especially in the digital form. Because everybody's into digital. Video form and things of that nature. So we really looking to, expand with Bully Magazine in that aspect, so people it can reach people where they are. We know that your TikToks and either Instagram Reels and things like that. And no pun intended. Because I'm in the same lane, and I know people attention span, can be a little, a little short these days. A person will watch a 15-second video before they sit down and watch a 5 minute one. I mean, that's just how it is. Unless it's something, unless I'm punching somebody in the face. Let's get real. I mean, people. I mean, we kind of draw to drama, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? I mean, to each his own. But we just want to make sure that we can not only compete. I don't want to use the word compete. That we can pretty much be side to side with these videos. If your child is watching a video that's negative, hey, they should be able to see a positive video following that. Because I believe in balance. You know what I mean? And I know you got kids. You say you got kids, so you want to be very mindful of what what's entering their mindset, because they're very young. You know, and we can see today, man, it really isn't an age thing to it right now, because mental health is at an all-time high. We can see that every time someone does something, they blame it on mental health. So therefore, anything that you do, if I'm watching video after video after video after video, at some point it's going to do something to my mind, right? So, hey, at some point, hopefully, we can throw a positive video in the middle of that thing, right?
Yeah.
to
Exactly.
bounce people back to reality. Say, okay, 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 and those are some of the things that we talk about. Hopefully, we can move forward with that in the future. But we're taking our time, and we still we're I tell you, man, we're blessed to be read around the globe.
Yeah.
And I like to tell people that because to see people reading our magazine all around the world, it does something to you, and it answers that question. You know, did I do this in vain? And every time we see somebody that read this magazine in a country we never heard of, no, no, we didn't. We didn't do it in vain because they read a story that could help them in a third world country or in a country that may not be as advanced as America, right? So and for people to not only know what the magazine are, but know what we stand for around the globe, man, it's great. Now people gonna know it's in Maine. I don't know if anybody knows in Maine. Did they
Um,
come? I don't know.
Yeah,
they do
yeah.
now.
Were we in
But we
Maine?
know someone, and we
Yeah,
actually
we
know
do
someone
now.
in Maine now. We know
Yeah,
Shawn.
it's gonna
I
be
know,
all
but
over.
I'm saying pre Sean. Did we was we in Maine? We probably
Yeah,
was.
we were. We were.
We
Because
were okay. That's right.
we're on issue.com, which is a digital platform. And so it's all over.
Yeah.
Issue is everywhere. So
I mean,
I
my
always say,
opinion to both of y'all magazine is number one above New York Times. We just gonna get y'all out there a lot more because
Yeah.
motivation is needed. New York
yeah,
It
Times is
is.
all negativity.
yes.
You look,
Yeah.
open it up, some drama stuff about Kanye West going on, or something that's going on, this like negativity, right? So it's all
Hmm.
about positivity. A lot of people, suicide is real nowadays.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
It's gonna get to a point the government is gonna be like, you know what, cancel all these negative magazines and stuff like that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, your magazines to me is number one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's some great
Thank
stories.
you.
I tell you, Sean, there's some great stories in this magazine, man. And just to hear what people have been through, not only what they've been through, but how they have come out. And another thing, man, we have literally seen people once they are in our magazine, we have seen them prosper. I mean, literally, we'll follow people, man. They literally prosper, man. They come back and thank us, for allowing them to let something go, and that's what it's about. That is what it's about, man.
And
So hopefully,
not only that the stories. We have some great contributing authors.
yes, yes, yes,
These
yes.
authors, they share in every publication since I brought them on. And their stories are amazing. They're all filled with motivation. They're
Hmm.
all filled with their experience. I wanted to have a handful of authors that can share with our followers, with the community, with society on ways to improve their self-care. So we have fitness trainer, wellness coach. I have
Chef.
I have a chef who
Hmm.
gives a meal plan, a nice meal plan for them to follow. I also have an apostle.
Hmm.
I also have a counselor, a licensed wellness counselor. I also I have a writer who's a writer as well, and he's a financial advisor. So I have a number of people in there that are really doing some good
Someone,
things for us. You
someone
know,
who does, woman who does poems too, right? Like
yes,
not
and I have
poems.
my poem writer. I have my
Hmm.
That's
poem
right.
writer.
Yeah.
So they share every article, and I just tell them just write
Yeah.
about something that's motivational, and they just head
Hmm.
on there. They're right on it, So I enjoy it, and I'm thankful for them. So giving them a shout out to my authors, my
Yeah, that's
I
right.
thank
That's
them as
right.
well, and my graphic designer. I appreciate him as well. So yeah,
Hmm.
this magazine is really, really getting exposure, and it's what I wanted. It's going at the pace that I wanted to go at. Because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of patience and a lot of consistency, and it's a lot of learning. I'm still learning as I go, but I'm glad that it was placed in front of me as a vision. Some people may look at it as just a magazine, but I look at it as a lot because it saved my life.
Hmm.
I'm proud of Bully Magazine. I'm honored to have that name. Not a lot of people know. They might think bully, but it's not that bully. It's not being harmed or, you know, beat up on the playground. It's about life bullying you.
Which,
Yeah.
which, which, those stories too are very important.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Those
Absolutely.
stories,
Absolutely.
being bullied and
I
children
was
being
bullied.
bullied. Yeah, they're very, very important stories.
Absolutely.
That the sometimes words are very important. And to use the word bully and in the way we're using it, we just felt like it was important that it's something that could stand out and people can grab attention to, and they can see, okay, what is this about? You know, because everything needs, you know, you need something to be able to, something has to draw you to something, you know, and that's typically what we get, you know, until we explain what it's about, you know. And I just love the way my wife has done the website, man, because you can go up there and read, and there shouldn't even be any questions once you scan through that website, man. It's a beautiful website,
Yeah, it
and
is.
it gives you 100% detail on what we're about and what we're trying to accomplish. So shout out to her, man. She does great work. She's a hard worker, hard motivated worker, man. She put a lot into this. This her
All,
baby, so this is her baby. So don't talk bad about it.
all work pays off eventually. Yeah,
Yeah.
all work pays off. I tell
Mhm.
people hard work and faith and work goes together. So as
Mhm.
you have faith and belief in your brand and belief in your product and go out there and work hard at it, your thoughts become things. So
So
and my bad.
I want to throw a plug out there if you don't mind.
Go
You
ahead, go
know,
ahead, Mr.
I mean,
Morris.
it's a personal plug, of course. You know, I'm an author myself. You know, I have wrote what 6 or 7 fiction books. You know, I love to create characters. I'm writing a book now called I wrote a book called A Materialistic Jungle, and I'm writing the part 2 to it. So hopefully I have that out by the end of the summer or sooner. So I just want to throw that out. That if you are into reading, you know, if you would like to sit down and read a nice novel, you know, check out some more books, man. They're nice books, you know. Of course, you seen they was on the table when you were there, so uh,
Check
um,
them out.
so we enjoy doing that. And look, of course, my wife she writes children's books, so we're just some writers around here, man. Just enjoy writing.
You got a unique name, man. Because I look at Bully magazine when I first
Hmm.
heard of that. I told people like we all bully in life in one way or the other.
Hmm.
Stress is a bully.
Yeah.
When you're stressing out, you're fighting the bully of stress. You know what I'm saying? Not the you fighting your mind. I don't call it like going through it. I call it growing through it. So now you fighting the bully. You fighting the stress of life. If you're stressing at work, you fighting the bully. So Bully Magazine is inspirational because it has so many different stories for unique situations. That could bring all together in one magazine. I like that.
Hmm. Yeah. Most definitely. You know. Yeah. You got your mute on.
I said, I like that. You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Hmm.
You got the whole concept of it.
That's the
So that's
concept.
that's
Yeah.
you did your homework.
Come on,
Hmm.
I'm all about motivation. They call me the refresher, so I'm all
Oh,
about
that's
motivation.
great. That's
Yeah,
great.
That's
I do
good. That's good.
clubhouse rooms. I do. I love pouring to people, so I do a clubhouse room of networking,
Yes.
motivating to encourage other people to be entrepreneurs, to encourage other people to step out of their comfort zone and be uncomfortable for like a second. Because sometimes people get comfortable and just start being comfortable and scared to be uncomfortable for 1 second.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
That's true.
Hmm.
That's the truth. You know, I'm still working on me. There's some things I'm still fearful of releasing. But it takes time. But I've gotten a lot better.
Miss
A lot.
Kimberly, I'm going skydiving next month for my birthday. I'm scared of heights.
Oh wow.
Wow.
You talking
Wow.
about conquering fear? You talking about conquering fear? I'm going
Yeah.
skydiving next month. So.
God, wow.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah, we knew our pastor and his brother. They did that on
Yeah.
skydiving. They put it on their page. I'm just going to stay on the ground. I'm good.
I see you got some
Yeah,
photos when I do it.
yeah. It looks fun though. It really does. It
It
really looks
looks
fun.
free, like you can just free and
Yeah,
let go.
yeah.
Exactly.
That's what it's about. Just
Hmm.
letting go of that's holding on to you, and you just let go.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Hopefully you come back up.
I'll be
But
attached to somebody, so hopefully he pulled the drawstring. I'm gonna make sure he
yes,
pulled the drawstring. I'm like, you ready?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
great. That's
yeah.
great.
You guys do that all the time, so you'll be okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll be 33. I'll be 33 next month, man. So, I'm getting up there. I'm still young,
Yeah,
but I'm getting up there to the point where it's time to really take stuff serious and stop playing around.
that's right.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
That's great.
And it's
I like
good,
what
man.
you're doing. You're doing a
It-
good job.
yeah, it's good that you're grabbing the horn. You're grabbing this early, man, at 33, man, because my wife and myself, we up there a little bit, and I can tell you, we were just going through the routines of life,
Hmm.
You know, we were just going through the routines of life, man, and it was just a thing to where you grow up, you get your education, you get a job, and you pay your bills. You know, and we're just finding out it's just so much more to life, man, than just those things. Those things are important, but every day, man, I get inspired by by my timeline, and my timeline. I choose my timeline very wisely because I don't like a lot of stuff up and down my timeline. You know what I mean? So if my timeline get wild, pretty much you probably won't be up there because I know I like what I see. You know what I mean? So I like I just love the way people are living free today. You know what I mean? They're not stuck to the typical 9 to 5. You know what I mean? But we need those people. We need those people. But you know, at the age that I am now, I'm just looking. Me and my wife talk all the time, and that that day to where I can get up and go play some golf. You know, at 9 in the morning or 10 in the morning. I don't even know how to play golf, but if I just wanted to, that's
Exactly.
something that you look forward to doing, man. So you grabbing the bull by the horn, man. So you're getting at it early. So by the time you get our age, man, you already be well into the game. So just keep what you're doing, man, and keep putting one foot in front of the other. And I tell you, everybody that you touch, like I always say, man, it starts with one, and then that one tells somebody, and that one tells somebody. You know what I mean? And I just love the way you came in, your intro, and how you had everything together. All that stuff is important. My wife told me that you have to make sure everything is done. You know, I ain't gonna say with perfection because nothing is perfect, but you have to brand yourself and make sure that everything is done correctly. Because the consumer is looking for those mistakes. The first thing they look for is a mistake. You can write 1,000 words, you can write 1,000,000 words, but they looking for that one mistake. You know what I mean? So you just got to make sure that you persevere, make sure that you are just being clean with what you're doing, and just keep doing what you're doing, man. So what other plans do you have other than your podcast?
I got podcasts. I got my fashion brand. Shout out to John Blassingame. John.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Mr. Blassingame.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's like my
That's
pops right there. He
that's
on
yeah.
me.
right.
That's cool.
He's
That's
such a
cool.
dad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Such a
He's,
dad.
he's great. He's
Wasn't for
great.
him, with Bully Magazine would not be in the stores because he
Hmm.
recognized me. So
Yeah,
yes, definitely.
yeah. He stay on me about my fashion. So like,
yeah,
Shawn, you coming to the show? I'll be there. I'll come.
yeah. That's great.
So
Was you
yeah,
in the last show?
yeah. I was in the last show.
Yeah,
Yep,
he
You
was
was
in the
in the
show.
last show? Okay, all right.
yep.
We was at the table, so I really, I didn't.
Mhm.
I think we sat in there a little while.
I
I
saw
can't.
your page, your models modeling. It was nice,
Yeah,
very
thank you.
nice.
They
Okay,
showed me
that's
mad
good.
respect because like
That's
last year
good.
I modeled. I only had 5 T-shirts and some socks, and I was worried, but we still pulled it off.
That's
But I
great.
came back this year with more, thanks to my brother Michael Stevens and my brother Trey. I had
Yeah.
more apparel, more shirts, and more stuff to come out there with and really show up and show out.
Oh,
That's
that's
So
right.
great, man.
That's
That's
right.
great. Yeah, yeah. That's great,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, he's already promoting the next one, so
yeah, he is.
it's good. He's been doing it for a long time. He's
A
been doing it for a
long
long
time.
time,
And he
man.
knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
He
he
knows what
does.
he's doing. Yeah,
That's my guy
yeah,
right there. That's my
yeah.
guy. So.
He's
And
helped.
not
He's helped a lot of people.
a lot of knowledge, a ton of it, an abundance of knowledge. And he doesn't mind sharing, and he doesn't mind having you on his wing to teach you. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
He's a
Mhm.
that's
man
what
of
he does.
faith, and his word is everything. He gives you his word, he's going to do it.
Yeah, I'm tell y'all, I met John through Marcus, and I ain't have nothing but a hope and a dream. And I reached out to Marcus Blassingame on IG.
Mhm.
Marcus, he didn't know who I was at the time, so he's just like, okay, so, what's your budget?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
ain't like, but at time, he saw me grow. He saw me, put in work, him like being consistent, my brand popping all over Maine, and then he just said, hey, contact my father, and I got a hold of John, and I told John what I had. I ain't have much. John said, hey, just come,
Yeah.
you know,
Great.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's a story from there, and now I just, thanks to him, I'm at where I'm at now too. So
I
That's
love it that
great.
you're so grateful. I
I
love it
am.
that you are so grateful and so appreciative. and that's what I like. I like when people show, they're appreciative, because just being generous to people, you just don't know, what it can do for a person. And I represent that too. I have a nonprofit in honor of my son. It's called Support Joey's Heart, and we do act of kindness to people because, excuse me, giving an act of kindness can go a long way in
Mm-hmm.
someone's life. So I really like that. I really do like that. It's not, you don't have to have the biggest thing to make someone smile. It's the smallest token of appreciation. Even if you just give them a bag of goodies, how you doing? This is for you. That person's gonna smile. Thank you.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it's about.
So,
So have you
yeah.
made it to the stores up there, man?
That's my goal. I'm in tune
Okay.
with a program called Black Owned Maine. They're
Mm-hmm.
they're still new. They're coming out. Their goal is to help black owned business owners get their store products
Okay.
around white stores because Maine is a predominantly white state. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we're growing in numbers, but in certain sections, it's still you can't go up north. You
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
can't go to like up north Maine. So we're still working on that. But they're working on a program to get every African American black owned get their stuff on stores out here. So
That's
I'm still
great.
working on it, but I'm in the process of getting my own store though. So that's the
Good for
goal.
That's
you.
good. That's
So
great, man.
Good for you.
Yeah. Stick with
uh,
that.
You are doing
Yeah.
really well, Shawn. Stay
thank you.
motivated.
I mean, I do. I speak as well too. I go back to. I mean, I actually got another speaking event Monday at a homeless shelter. So I go out there and speak. I love going back to shelters and speak and inspiring
Mm.
them. So
Yes,
letting them know that just because you're homeless doesn't don't that doesn't define who you are as a person. You're still
that's
a
right.
human being. You're still a great person.
Hmm.
If you believe in God, there were no average God.
That's
So
right.
Mm-hmm.
that means we wasn't going to be average.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So and I want a lot of people to really believe that because people keep telling me I'm average. No, you're not. Like
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
there's no average guy. If you believe in any kind of Jesus Christ or whatever you believe in, they're not average.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and exactly. And you know, the great thing about it, man, if you really people who are local, have done great, in their home state. You know what I mean? And like especially like your artists and stuff like that. There's a lot of artists never left out their home state, and they became successful. You know, so yeah, kudos to you, man. Just continue doing that, and we most definitely praying that you get outside of Maine, but you know, it's like to be to get to start something and see that first person with your shirt on, I know that was everything. Because
Yes.
I know how we felt, how we felt when you just got that very first person that
Right.
hold up your magazine or say, wow, or, you
Yeah.
see somebody who will read pages and things like that. Just like with my book, when you see people reading your book in the UK and across the globe, man, it
Hmm.
does something to you.
It
So
does.
I know when you ride up the street, you see somebody with your gear on, you like, oh man, yeah, this is what
Yeah.
it's about.
I
This is
call
Yeah.
them
what it's
out. I'll
about,
be like,
right?
"Oh, I like that
Yeah,
shirt you got on. You
yeah,
looking
yeah,
good over there."
yeah, most definitely. That's
Yeah.
everything, man.
It
That,
is.
that's the beauty. That's the success part of it.
Yeah, it
I
is.
mean, just having that feeling of like,
Hmm.
wow,
Of your
this
product
person,
in someone's
yeah,
hands or
yeah,
in their
yeah.
presence. It's not always the compensation.
It's not.
It's
It's
just the
not.
work that you've done to know
Yeah,
that someone is either using your product or wearing your merchandise, reading your book, just whatever it is, it just makes you feel really good because
it
trust me,
does.
when I hear people say, "Oh, you bully magazine," like we're
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
exactly. Yeah,
it feels good." The
yeah,
Griffins, it feels
yeah, yeah,
good,
yeah,
to get recognized. Like I got recognized for one of my children's books. I wrote
yeah.
7.
Mm-hmm.
One of them got recognized by Operation Smiles. I didn't know that was going to happen, but it happened. And so I'm
Mm-hmm.
grateful for that. And just that I'm saying, this is a great job what you're doing. You are amazing. Sometimes you feel like you're not doing enough, but
Mm-hmm.
in God's eyes, God knows you're doing enough because He
Exactly.
gave you that assignment to do. But sometimes when you want it to come, it doesn't come when you want it to come. But
Mm-hmm.
when you hear someone say, "This is such a great job and it's going to help me and help my child," that makes you feel good and it makes me
Right.
keep going. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
And I think people have to be very careful of how fast they want to move because God is going to move you in the pace that He needs you because you
that's
have to
right.
be prepared. You have to be prepared, man. We have seen unprepared people out here. millions of people know who they are, man, and they lose their mind. So you have to be prepared for this journey. You know,
Yes.
you have to be prepared because what we're dealing with is people, and sometimes it's difficult dealing with two or three people. Can you imagine millions?
Yes. Yes.
Can you,
Yes.
can you imagine a big budget? Can you imagine, trying to finagle millions and millions of dollars and, Shawn, with your product, trying to get it out, trying to get it to major stores and, all that stuff is coming. So he wants to prepare you and make sure that you're ready for that. So because especially if you're doing it in his name, especially if we're doing it in God's name, if we're doing it for God, we just want to make sure that it's done with excellence. You
Yes.
know, it's not sloppy. It's done with excellence because that's what
Yeah.
God represents. He
Hmm.
represents excellence, not sloppiness.
That's right. And he
I mean,
prepares you to be
yeah,
excellent.
exactly.
He gives you step by step guidelines. All the resources that you ask for and you believe that you can't get, they start trickling down because that's what happened
Hmm.
with me. I never
Yeah.
believed I can get this far. Where am I going to get this? I can't afford that. Somebody will come in that knows somebody, or
Hmm.
something will happen, or I get blessed from something. It
Hmm.
always works out. You just
Hmm.
got to take your
Yeah.
time, stay faithful, and stay consistent, and be kind to people.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
And one important thing, you want to go where you celebrate it and not where you tolerate it.
that's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and
I
I
agree.
really mean that because, like, my brother Tyrone Poole, he's a two-time Super Bowl champion, right? This
Hmm.
man, he sends me his book. He sent me his book. He was like, refresher. It's called
Oh,
The
great.
Ultimate Success Game of Life. He was like,
Hmm.
I need you to read my book. Like, I believe in you. I believe in your brand. And like, he's a two-time Super Bowl champion. He's spending
Hmm.
time with me.
Oh, that's
You know what
great.
I'm saying?
Wow.
And I tell people
That is
like,
great.
yeah, so you want to go where you celebrate it and not where you tolerate it. And
Right.
Hmm.
he taught me that. So, and it's very true because a lot of people not going to like love your success. A lot of people going
Hmm.
not going to be okay with you being successful in life. They're going to
Right.
hate
That's
the low
right.
key. If they hate, they're not supposed to be around you.
Right.
Hmm.
So,
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I like to um, not stay local all the time. I like to get around and go to other places and just, you know, not be afraid to move. You know what I'm saying? So we like to explore in different places. Like we'll go wherever someone wants to have us, we'll make it our best to get there. So we went to Alabama, was invited
Hmm.
there. We had fun when we went there and they recognized us and we had a ball. So we'll go
that's
wherever
right.
we need to go, to get
That's
our
right.
brand out and get it our name to ring bells. And so, yeah.
It's already ringing bells. I'm telling
I
you,
thank you
Bully
so much.
Magazine. I'm
I
Wow,
telling
that's
thank
you,
you
it's
so
great,
much.
man.
fire.
I thank you
Wow,
so
that's
much.
great.
It's gonna be big out here where I'm at, man. Because mental health is really big in Maine. It's really big in Maine. So I'm
Yes.
telling you, it's gonna be big.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
Thank you. I
great. That's
appreciate it.
It's
great.
already big. It's already big.
So we
Oh
coming to
yeah.
Maine. We coming to Maine, Sean.
Let me know.
Hmm.
I got a venue. I
Okay.
got a venue,
Appreciate-
so let me know.
yes, sir. We
That's great,
definitely
man.
coming. Well, this was
Yeah.
awesome. We really
Yeah, it
appreciate you. We
was.
definitely want to do. I want to do some things with you. You know,
Thank you.
my
Thank
spirit
you.
is telling me I should.
Thank
So
you. I really
I
appreciate that.
definitely want to do. I like your work. I like your personality, and I like your drive, and that's what I'm about. And
Thank
Yeah.
just
you.
from where you came from, and sharing your story, and you're going to share in the next publication, you have such a heart. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? You have such a heart, and I know that. And so that's why I definitely feel like I should be doing more with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
Hmm.
Let's
That's
grow.
great. That's
Let's
great.
grow. Let's grow. Let's get it. So tell the viewers how they can get a hold of you, your IG, your social media handles. 'Cause we gotta get that up. Let's grow. Let's get
okay.
it.
All right. So you can go to Bully Magazine 2020, Bully Magazine 2020 on Instagram and Facebook. And then our website is Bully Motivational Magazine 2020.com. So that's how you can reach us. Mainly, I'm always on Instagram because I don't have anyone to actually operate my page. I'm looking for that too. So I'm on there. I'm checking all the time. But you can catch me, and I'll definitely respond back either way.
Hmm.
Mhm.
All right, cool.
And then
And
also our nonprofit organization, supportjoey'sheart.org. You can go on there and check out the website. We're always looking for donations. No donation is too small. So we'll
Hmm.
take whatever it is. And I'm always doing campaigns. So every donation goes into the nonprofit to help us build a campaign to give back to the community. This campaign that I'm working on is going to be for landscapers. I'm giving a recognition to them because they do hard work, keeping the areas clean. So we want to give them gift cards to IHOP. So I'm choosing four little small landscaping companies and just let them know that we appreciate their hard work and dedication to keep our areas clean. So we'll be doing that and giving them a number of little trinkets in a bag to say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And
I heard that.
if you're into reading, you can go to authorwgriffin.com. And my handle on Instagram is Griff is GRIFF 338 Griff 338. If you go to Griff 338 and hit the link, it'll take you straight to my website. So you're into reading fiction novels and things like that, you can go there also. And sometimes you want to get away from the world for a couple of hours. I always say, we like to heal, make people smile, but also you can get away from the world, getting a good book if you enjoy reading. And look in the future, man, because I'm gonna have some things. I got some things brewing that I want to bring a few of these books alive. So hopefully I can do it in the next few years. Yeah, man. Yeah. So, yeah.
Movies, man. Let's grow. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So yeah, man, it's a blessing, and I gotta tell you guys, man, I can't wait. Let's continue to work. Let's grow. Let's go. Let's get it. So
okay.
All right.
Well, thank you so much, Shawn.
Thank you guys. You guys have a blessful night.
Okay, you take care.
All right. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.